do, what it do, what it do, what it do.
You ready for Highdeology, you autistic pieces of shit? Highdeology, yo, light your blunts and pack your bowls. Highdeology, bro, burn that shit like acetone. Highdeology, yo, introducing Salty Paul. Highdeology, bro, you can lick it salty you balls. Better open up the door, bitch, it's Gorilla. Got your pussy asses screaming like no vanilla. If you're new up in this bitch, then you might be lost. You might just get the shit cannon like Kawaii cost. Sorry. So give me the lighter, light the cigarette fire. This is the shit we admire. Get the business down to the wire. You must be tripping, this ain't easy work. We burning Bibles and Qurans like we TJ Kirk. Damn. Because Paul is on a mission, obliterating the tism of this generation of offended bitches and syllogisms, tripping acid, having mystical visions, and staying in the mid, growing older and older while you be shitting. Got your girlie getting wetter, why you still screaming, DP better? I don't really give a shit if you a fantasy, get banned when you mention the manatee, and can it be a little bit of vanity? Got me questioning my sanity, pessimistic philosophy, honestly, I want my Highdeology. Yo, light your blunts and pack your bowls. Highdeology, bro, burn that shit like acetone. Highdeology, yo, introducing Salty Paul. Highdeology, bro, you can lick his salty balls.
Hello. I might want to unmute myself. Might want to unmute. Whatever. Might want to unmute myself. Unmute it. Unmute it. Unmute it. What's up, guys? Hello, hello. Good evening. Good afternoon.
What it do, what it do.
What it do, what it do.
What it do, what it do.
What it do, what it do. Oh, my God. This is one busy blobfish. Taking a little break from being submerged head first in the swamp of the 24-hour show. Hoy vey, I am the subbox creeper. That is how I found this stream. Oh, holy shit. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, we did our first chef's table perks yesterday. So chef's table people got to watch Flash Fried live, and then we did a pretty long ass chat afterwards. It was 4th of July, so Scotty had plans. He hanging out with the fam, but we all hung in there for I think we all all three of us were in there for about an hour, and then TJ and I hung out in there for another hour or so. So it was fun. It was good times. I cannot complain. Nobody cares, Coolman. Look at you. Look at you, buddy. Why? How did you get all out of sorts? Who put a bee in your bonnet today? Oh, by the way, YouTube, still waiting for you to send them. You gonna send out all those? You gonna send out any? You gonna send out them things yet? Where the things at? You gonna send out the things? Slow mode today? No, I just think, oh, there it goes. Yeah, YouTube is just sending out batches of notifications. Just a chunk of notifications. Here's 5 more. And then in 10 minutes, we'll put out 10 more. Oh, well. Let's not bitch about that. Let's not complain about that. Let's pack a bowl and pretend that that doesn't exist. Let's pack a bowl and let's pretend together. It'll be an exercise. Let's pretend that YouTube is actually a place that is a pleasure to create content on. Let's pretend that YouTube is actually a place that knows who butters their bread and what makes their website marketable. Let's all pretend, shall we? Let's do that. I'm now playing the South Park game. It's great. You ever play it? Which game? The Stick of Truth or whatever the fuck it was. I played that one. That one was fun. I mean, I don't remember much about it, but I played the whole game, so it must have been good. That shirt I showed you yesterday, I found on eBay. Oh, yeah. I like that shirt. That shirt was dope. Send me a link. The Fractured Butthole is what you're playing? Oh, is that the new one? I don't know. Maybe there's more than one. I know about the Stick of Truth or whatever. Oh, Minnesota. Look, somebody's from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Welcome to Minnesota. Enjoy your stay. Enjoy your stay in Minnesota. What up, Veronica? What it do? What it do back to you?
What it do? What it do?
Indeed. How's it going? Yeah, it looks like finally, YouTube has sent out that batch of invites it's not even an invite. It's a notification to people who have already said they want to. Anyway, whatever. So the ridiculous that is my life continues. So I've spent the last week or so trying to reboot my sleep schedule, trying to put it on a I don't know, like a level that's a little less stay up till 6 in the morning and then sleep till noon or whatever, and a little more get up at 10 in the morning like I did today, and I've done it. I got my sleep schedule rebooted just in time for the 24-hour show when it's going to get all fucked up again. Isn't that great? Oh, fuck me. The 24-hour show starts tomorrow. It's about 24 hours away now, maybe a little less. The 24-hour show starts tomorrow at noon Central, so it's like 11:20 Central here. So yeah, about 24 hours and 40 minutes. What is that Eastern Standard Time? It's an hour behind you. So if we're starting at 12 Central, then we'll start at 1 Eastern. I mean, you can go to fucking Google and find that out, but I guess you don't have to now. You ever tried polyphasic sleep cycle? I have no idea what that is, so no. I've never tried a polyphasic sleep cycle. I do have something fun for us to do together today. Maybe in a few more minutes we'll do it. I've just got a video for us to watch and maybe chuckle at. Yeah. But we'll check that out in a second. We'll check that out in a little bit, in a few minutes. We'll let people get here, and then we'll get down to the business, because we've got something chuckle-worthy today. A video, yeah. A video that folks at the DP or the DFF subreddit posted that I watched last night, and I was chuckling at while I was pulling stuff for the 24. Wrong face. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I'm really not in a bad mood today, so I could go with a different blorb. How about you? Yeah, that's about how I'm feeling today. This is about right. Can you talk a bit about the setup of the 24-hour show? Like, in what way? What do you mean? Well, like what we do to set it up, or I'm not exactly. Are you asking for background information, or what do you want hints on topics? I mean, no, you're not going to get that. You gotta tune in to see, man. That's part of the fun of the 24-hour show, is you never know what you're gonna get. You never know. Like structure-wise, if you watched any of the 12-hour show, it's going to be similar. There will be differences, pretty major differences in the structure, but it's going to be very similar to how that was structured. Yeah. It's, it's 24 straight hours of entertainment, man. It's 24 straight hours of show. No joke, no bullshit. 24 straight. Probably miss most of the 24-hour show. Well, it'll be up. It's like, even if you do miss it, it'll be up in 6-hour chunks. So you'll be able to go back and watch it. You can pop in, if you got to work and stuff, you pop in after you're done with work and watch for as long as you can till you pass out. And then whatever you miss, you can go back and catch. Will there be Discord shenanigans on the 24? Probably not. No, we got no plans for that. No plans for Discord shenanigans. Why, thank you. Well, thank the talented members of Highdeology who have taken time out of their days to make me all these awesome blobfish icons so that I can be whatever kind of blobfish I feel like I am. Wherever I feel like I land on a day, I can do, which, pretty fun. The 24-hour show will be just like the 12-hour show, but deeper, fatter, and more fried. I mean, yeah, basically. That's a good way of putting it. Did you consider reviewing the Cheech and Chong movies, Paul? Maybe. I don't see why not. You're just mad Jordan Peterson swayed you. Yeah. You got me, dude. You got me. The Padel fish is usually for... Oh, yeah, dude. When it's a banning day, Padel is coming out for sure. For sure. I didn't like the timeout, but I learned my lesson. See? Timeouts they work. They work. You and TJ should fight on the 24-hour show. Okay, we'll have a fist fight. We'll work that in. I used to talk on Skype. I had the Toxie poster. Do you remember me? Yeah, you can't be offended by this, but no, I don't. But that's not reflection on you. It's a reflection on the fact that there are, thousands of people that watch us. And to know each and every one of you individually and to remember each and every time I'd interacted with each and every one of you would be an impossibility for Paul's ego. Dinor looks to have a little Bassett in him. I don't know. He's an enigma, man. I'm not exactly sure what he's made of. One of these days, if we've got some expendable income, we might... I think it's like $150 or something. You send off a little bit of your dog's spit, and you can find out what breed they are. What their genetic makeup is, and what breeds they have in their past. How do you collect dog spit? I mean, I'm assuming they send you like a little cotton swab or some shit. Oh. Oh, holy shit. Okay. Yeah, we're fine. Life is fine. What do you say, guys? Do you want to do have a little do you want to do a little activity together? Do you think it's time, or should we wait a little longer to do an activity together? I brought us an activity today that we can do together. We have an activity. I think maybe we'll wait just a couple more minutes. But yeah, everybody get ready for an activity. It's just a watch along. We're going to watch something and talk about it. Talk about the implications of it. I guess I could tell you guys what we're going to watch. So, JF recently had kind of a meltdown on one of his streams, so we're going to take a look at that, and we're going to talk about the implications of the meltdown and how funny it is that he's made his own bed and now crying about lying or crying about having to lie in it. So we'll take a look at that. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but we're going to take a look at that because I mean, whatever. I'm a connoisseur of a good meltdown. Yeah. Oh, you guys watched some Warski live? Did a little Warski live on this? Yeah, this is pretty funny shit, man. I'm just gonna go ahead and bring it up. I mean, because fuck it. Let me see. Let me get it ready here for you guys. I got it stashed somewhere. Somewhere, sample. So, let's see. Let's go over here. Whoa, there I am. This isn't going to work though, unfortunately. I'm still working on this page. We won't be able to watch it together, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's do this. Where's watch YouTube at? There's YouBoob. Okay, so here's what we're watching. Actually, you know what? I should probably be safe. Let me go grab the other one. Because yeah, there's a censored version and an uncensored version. And we're gonna want to watch the censored version. Yeah, because the uncensored version might get us a DMCA from what's his face. From what's his face. Let's see. What's the easiest way to do this? Okay, let's do it this way. Is this even going to work? Why is that? All right. Sorry about this, guys. Thought I had this set up before the show, but apparently I don't. Let's do a display capture. Yeah, that's fine. Display. That's not the display we want. We want this display. Yeah. Boom. Weird. Display captures just like not working at all. Very strange. All right. Okay. We'll have to do it the other way. We'll have to capture my my other display, the widescreen display. Why wouldn't that work? Doesn't make any sense. Display capture. Add existing, maybe? Here we go. How about you? Is that from over there? Maybe it is. I don't know. Fuck me. All right. All right, new plan. Display capture, we'll do the other one. We'll just capture this display and then I'll jerry rig it. Let's move over what we're going to watch. And then do a little trimming, I guess. Make this full screen. Hey, it works. Had to do a little on the fly jerry rigging, but we got it going. We got it happening here. Let's see. Can we make it smaller? It's not going to fit perfectly in this window, but we'll get it as close as we can. Yeah. All right. Who's the black guy? That's actually JF. Somebody went in and edited him out and put in a cartoon character. His voice in this will also be scrambled. But yeah, this JF animation is actually better than looking at JF. I was going to play the uncensored version, which is out there, but JF is super duper ban happy about this right now. Or not ban happy, but like he's filing takedowns on anybody that tries to upload any chunk of this that isn't censored. So here's the backstory on this. So this chick here is Emily Eusis. And she's been on JF's show before. She was actually one of the candidates for his co-host. He decided not to go with her, though, because she has a tendency to say ridiculous racist bullshit, which is exactly what JF's audience wants to hear. She, on one of the shows, talked about how she wanted to nuke Africa because, you know, they were never ever going to be a real country, and so it was probably better to just start over on that continent and just nuke Africa. Edgy, alt-right jokes. What was some of the other stuff she said? Oh yeah, she likes comparing black people to monkeys. At one point in the previous live stream that I'm talking about, JF was telling Emily how he is a biologist who has worked with monkeys and studied monkeys. And Emily made the completely not obvious joke of, are you talking about like actual chimpanzees, or are you talking about, you know what, never mind. So that's the level of humor that she's at. Now, JF is, for whatever reason, very scared that he's going to get strikes on his channel for that. So he decided, instead of not having this chick on again, because she doesn't know how to not say those things, he decided to do a stream where he trains her how to not talk edgelord shit. So let's take a look.
Hello everyone and welcome to the public space. Today Emily returns. We're going to talk about the last appearance of Emily and how we can improve stuff for the future. And also it's going to be an educational experiment for any of you in the crowd to understand why. Why does Papa JF care about hate speech that much, and why it matters for many reasons, even more than YouTube.
Well, I'm doing excellent, JF, and I gotta say, I like your shirt. You're looking crisp.
Yeah, I went shopping for new shirts. That's all YouTube money. It can afford great shirts.
Okay, so we're gonna skip around this one a little bit. Yeah, his Papa JF thing is really, it's gotten creepy. I mean, it's pretty creepy. Can I start calling myself Daddy Zigo? Hey guys, what's up? It's Daddy Paul Zigo here. Daddy Zigo's here. How's it going? How's it going, everybody? Daddy Zigo in the house. We're gonna skip around this a little bit. I don't really have any, predefined points to skip around to. We're just gonna hop around and see his education attempts here.
On a comment that is neutral or even positive. If you were to start saying, well, all women are like this, or all women are like that, or all black people are like this. This is something that they could catch you on. So this is to be avoided.
So no generalized statements? No generalized statements at all?
Absolutely no generalized statement on a characteristics that is either religious, sexual, gender, age, even physical appearance that could suggest a relation to these categories. So that is to be avoided.
So what he's trying to do is he's trying to educate this chick who clearly has no idea what he's talking about, by the way, as you'll see when we go on. This is just a person, Emily Eustace, who doesn't have a filter built in, who hasn't lived in an environment where she has to, exist in polite society. So she just doesn't get it. But he's trying desperately to teach her how not to say the word nigger, how not to make racist jokes every time she opens her mouth, how not to constantly provide, race bait fan service to his audience. And his audience, by the way, if you watch, is going nuts through this. Like, as he's trying to train her, the longer it goes, the more this audience turns against JF. So we'll take a look at them, I guess, a little later as the video continues here. But yeah.
No, it's not all. You need to be aware of implied hate speech. And so if there is a member of a given minority or identifiable group and you make a disgusted comment that is not explicitly aimed at their physical appearance or at a certain quality that you label this group with, it could be interpreted as hate speech. If you are shocked by something that was done by, let's say, a female, it's important to narrow your accusation. It's important to say, oh, I disagree with her because that, and all of the reasons stated must.
So basically, he's telling her that, like, if you're gonna rip on somebody, which I don't even know why I guess JF is trying to be extra careful on his channel because he knows that his channel is probably a target for this type of shit. But he's trying to teach her basic, like, classroom don't call people names shit. And which is, you know, I don't know how he's going to run a show like the show that he runs and expect anybody to follow these rules, let alone this chick who the only reason she's known is for making black people are monkeys jokes. Yes, implied hate speech. This is the Nuke Africa chick. This is the, JF's a monkey doctor. What kind of monkeys did you work on? Chimps or, you know what? Never mind. Never mind. I'm not going to say that. Let's skip ahead a little bit. See what's happening.
That public discourse is important. It's important to understand the interest of the individuals who engage in public discourse. Because my interest as a Québécois may not be the same as your interest as an American female, and it may not be the same for a Jew speaking on the public space. Therefore, those people who say name the Jew, what they really mean is we should know about people's racial and ethnocentric identities before listening to them and before we understand why they take the positions they take.
So I like how he's trying to he's trying to help this chick be more mainstream. And yet in doing that, he's talking about how before you talk to somebody, you should know what their racial background is, as if that has anything at all to do with what they're going to say, what they have to talk about, or the intellectual merits therein. What a ridiculous statement. So way more offensive than anything this broad has said is JF's implication that you can't talk to somebody without knowing what kind of race they are. What's your racial backup? Yeah. Not good. Skipping ahead a little bit more.
Friend with two. So I was referring to a social aspect and I was criticizing that social aspect.
Okay, so you censored me for saying feminism is bad. You completely blurred me out there. And I think it's funny because in that interview, I think people just automatically thought I said like the worst possible things. But a lot of the times I wasn't even saying anything. I wasn't saying any racial slurs or anything like that. But feminism is bad, really? If you can't say feminism is bad, then you can get rid of Sargon, get rid of Shoe on Head, get rid of all these guys. Like, this is like basic stuff now.
I don't think I told you that feminism is bad cannot be said. I beeped that.
But you did censor it.
I did beep that because in the context of the conversation, you were then claiming that feminism leads to being fat, and you were implying that being fat is something to be ashamed of. And in that conversation, you were saying that white women in Korea,
See, there are SJWs walking around behind him. I love whoever did this cartoon. As he's giving this speech, there are just like there are SJW chicks walking by behind.
they have a certain characteristic. And so I beeped it out because if I didn't beep out, we could have understood that when you were speaking about women getting fat in Korea, it could have led to an interpretation where you were pointing to a certain minority. In this case, a minority that you are the part of, as it turns out. But hate speech against your own group is also hate speech on YouTube.
Okay, well, so you can't say that someone is fat. You can't mention that people are overweight. That's
You can say that
ageism.
someone is fat. You can say that someone is fat, but if you link it to a characteristic that is protected, such as ethnicity, religion, or gender, or sex, then it is possibly falling into hate speech.
So once again, he's trying to train her. She doesn't look like she's really absorbing much of this, which as we go along, you'll see she isn't absorbing any.
Leaving my body.
Wake up, Jeff. Emily is uncomfortable and slightly mad. Are you mad, Emily?
Oh, I'm always a little mad, but like I said, this show has been really like I feel the hate being like siphoned out of my brain, and I just want to have love speech from now on. I love Black people and I love old people and I love all the migrants. So
All the migrants.
Wonderful.
She loves them all.
in her eyes, and it's really tragic. Then this is the last we've heard of her. I don't know what is hate speech in Canada, JF. I thought you could go to jail for misgendering somebody.
No, you can't. That is an argument that Jordan Peterson has been using, and it may actually apply to him as a university professor with local laws. But on YouTube, there is only the law that I mentioned to you. So just don't be hateful, don't be bigoted.
I mean, look at it. I mean, it's okay. It's okay looking, but it's 29 years old, and then
so here she's calling a trans person it. She's calling a trans person it, dude. You can't call a trans person it, JF. You better jump on that.
age slower than women.
So when you say it is a human being, so you have to say there.
Really? There?
You say either is, or there.
Okay, that. How about that?
No,
What do you
because
think,
that.
guys? Would you smash or pass? Smash or pass? Let's hear it from the chat.
All right, Emily. Emily, can you? At this point, you are muted. Can you learn from the full hour that I've spent training you? You're muted at this point. You are making sexual comments about a person, and you are using the wrong semantic field. It's important to talk about people with is, their. Those are the pronouns.
So he's got her muted while he's trying to make sure that when she comes back, she won't do this again. Oh my God, man. This is hilarious, dude. So wait a minute. This guy got huge on Warski Live, which was basically just, a 3-hour, twice weekly show where they made edgy Jew jokes, had edgy Jews caused everything conversations, had edgy talks about Africa and nuking it, and all this shit. That's how he gets his fucking audience. He splits off to do his own thing, starts doing the same exact thing, and now thinks that he's going to be able to shift gears and have everybody talking all soft. And like, what does he not know what this chick, that like the only reason that this chick was good for his show was because she called black people monkeys and talked about nuking Africa and talked about how much she hated Jews. That's the only reason that these people over here, JF's audience, wanted to fucking have anything to do with this broad, is because she was willing to say things that other guests weren't, like black people are chimps. So why even have her on again?
Well, I didn't hear that you used this word for jazz. You cannot use such words. I will unmute you. Yeah, you are still muted. Now don't repeat these words, all right? And you've used the T word, you've used IT, you've used THAT. All of these words are not to be used. Do you understand? No. And you're still muted. Can I unmute you now? Alright, now respect the rules.
All right, well,
Alright.
you just made those ones up, okay? You just made those ones up right now.
But try to stop learning from the specific items. Now you're unmuted. Don't learn from just the specifics and try to extrapolate the freaking rule. You can't be bigoted.
Oh, this is fucking priceless, dude. You can't be bigoted. This is JF after having spent like a year courting the most bigoted audience that's ever been collected in one place on YouTube, is now desperately trying to walk that back and teach his guests how to not be bigoted. This is the funniest fucking shit that I've ever seen. So wait a minute. You're telling me that finally, JF is starting to see the things that I've been talking about here on Highdeology for the last 6 months? About how having these people on his show is going to be an albatross around his neck that he can never take off. It's going to be an anchor chained to his ankle, dragging him ever deeper into this white nationalist fucking gobbledygook bullshit. Look at his fucking chat while this is going on. Look at this. Look at his chat. His chat is fucking rampaging against him. As well they should. Because this chat has watched his show because they like hearing these things. They like calling trans people trannies. They like calling trans people it or that. And they like hearing people do it. The fuck is he thinking?
I cannot be a bigoted.
No, you
Okay.
can't.
She's fucking on him, dude. She is fucking on him, dude.
No.
Dude, oh man. Okay, all right, yeah, good idea. I gotta find it though. Let's see. That's a great idea. So let me find that because I gotta find it. I gotta find it somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Can I copy this? Copy that? Oh, I want to... What? No. I didn't do it right. Shit. Sorry, this has to be done, dude. Does this work still? I don't even think it works. Gord darn it. The Delta Queen, dude. Where is it at? Guess I'll just have to open it up. We'll just do it this way. It needs it. It needs it desperately. So why wouldn't we do that? Let's see here. Videos. Give me the videos. All right, that's not gonna work. Where's the fucking one that I used, man? I had a good one. My good old Calliope music is gone, man. Steam Calliope. Nope. Where's the Delta Queen Calliope? All right, I'm just gonna have to find it. I'm just gonna have to find the good one. Let's just do it real quick. Delta Queen. I need the Delta Queen, man. There it is. This is exactly what we need. Am I wrong? This is exactly what we need.
Okay. Okay, JF, I'm really trying here. You know I'm trying. I honestly didn't think I did anything wrong. I feel like you're like the teacher and I'm like the kid in your class that you always just pick on because you let other people say stuff and you're just picking on me because you like me and you wanna see me squirm.
Yes, no, it's not that I want to see you squirm. It's that I want you to be improved and re-educated.
Wow. Whoa! All right, we're going to skip ahead a little more now. We're not going to skip much towards the end because, as you can probably tell, this is building towards some pretty amazing shit.
You see? Because
I don't even know what to say, JF. You take this one, okay? I don't know what I can say or what I can't. So how about you just take this one?
All right. So, whenever quoting someone who has been caught doing hate speech, you don't want to repeat what they've said, because if you were to repeat, you would be doing hate speech too. Here on YouTube, we need to be a level extra careful than a mainstream media on their own website because they have the control. We don't. So what I will say here is that,
dude, she looks like a whipped puppy or something. Like, look at the look on her face. She looks like she's a kid that's in trouble. No, this was not a parody. Yeah, you'll see why it wasn't a parody soon.
Milo Yiannopoulos has sent an amount of money to a journalist as a joke. The amount of money contained the inscription of certain numbers, including the number 14 and the number 88. In this case, they shored off the coast of Libya, but who knows where they were headed. That is a very high...
You know, if they keep doing this, we're not even going to have to nuke Africa. If they keep doing all these boats going into the ocean.
Emily, you are muted. Emily, you are muted. What the fuck is happening with you, Emily? It's like you had the memory of a fucking fish. No, you can't say the N-word. Okay, well... No, I said that it was not the thing that led to a hate speech strike. But I do tell you now, you cannot talk about nuking various countries for fun.
He's got her.
It's not anybody's fault. But if you get in a boat with, like, 100 people on this, like, tiny floating object and you put some kids in there, if they drown, that's on you. That's your fault.
All right. So, Emily, I will be stopping the show. I'm taking 3 days of break. I'm deleting this episode. And if you want to come back, please think a little bit about the rules that we've talked about. I won't spend every night I interact with you, spending 5 hours just regenerating the video, beeping all of you, re-listening to all of your words. It sucks. I cannot do that. Do you understand?
All right, JF, well, I think it sucks too.
Wow. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Yeah, that timed out pretty fucking well, didn't it? That timed out pretty well. I didn't even plan that. It was serendipity. Serendipity alone. Wow, yeah, the Calliope music. Yeah, that was a good shit. That was a good thought. That was a good thought. It definitely needed some Calliope. I gotta fix my on-demand Calliope music because you never know when you're gonna need that. I need to get an MP3 version of my Calliope music because I've lost that somewhere. Unfortunately. Wow, man. Ooh. Have Emily on DFF? No. No. No, no, no. You missed the old Calliope music. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure that video is still out there. I just gotta find it. I like this one better though because it's longer. This one's got like 5 different songs. This one plays like 5 different songs, dude. I don't know. I'll get a few different Calliopes to play. Yeah. So there you go. Was gonna save this $5 for the road trip, but that Calliope mashup with JF was pure gold. Laugh. Thanks, man. Thanks, bro. Yeah. Fuck, man. I watched that last night while I was pulling stuff for the 24, and I was pretty blown away. Like, I just can't believe that's happening. I just can't believe that's a thing. Oh, man. I wonder if JF would talk to her the same way if she was a male. I don't know. I don't think he would even be having her on his show. Like, I think the whole appeal of her is that she's an attractive chick that tells nigger jokes, which, like, if you're gonna, if you're gonna do that show, then do that show. But you can't have her on like 2 or 3 times and do that, and then bring her on and try and teach her like she's a dog or something how to not talk like she talks. Like, that seems like it's backwards. Why don't you, like, if you're concerned about your show becoming a hate speech-a-thon, why don't you stop inviting people who can, like, constantly engage in hate speech? How about that? How about them apples? Seems like that would work. Imagine by getting fired by a cartoon of your boss. Well, that cartoon was added later. That his voice wasn't scrambled like that. Somebody scrambled his voice and added that cartoon to make it harder for JF to DMCA these, because apparently this chick, after the show, uploaded her end of it to some other fucking platform. I don't, YouNow or whatever the fuck. And JF filed a DMCA against it to have it taken down. So he's desperately trying to make what we just watched go away. But the Streisand effect is, it just doesn't happen that way. Gab, yeah, okay. So her Gab or whatever. But yeah, JF is desperately trying to not let people see what we just watched. Sup, Pablito? I'm cleaning my room after some days of piling up a hoarder garbage pile, and all I can think of is Jordan Peterson. Yeah, good job, bucko. Clean your room. That's where you got to start. Lev is here to drink and give money, and I'm broke. Okay. Well, thanks. Thanks, bud. Thanks, Lev. Good old Lev. In-N-Out or Whataburger? The people need to know. Ooh, that's a tough one, man. That's a really tough one. I'm going to say In-N-Out by a slim margin just because I have way more nostalgia attached to the In-N-Out burger taste. You know what I mean? I ate it a lot as a younger person. But Whataburger, man, overall has a way better, I think there are better things overall on the menu at Whataburger. But if I had, the choice between a double-double or one of Whataburger's, big burgers and shit, I'd probably take the double-double right now just because I really like the taste of it. Found a dead body. What should you do? Call the cops. Or grab your friends and be like, hey, any of y'all want to see a dead body? Just have a boys in the hood moment. Have a boys in the hood moment, yo. Because the boys in the hood are always hard. Yeah, buddy. Upload it to YouTube. Five Guys. I don't think Five Guys is gross. I like Five Guys. It's all right, but it's just not fast food, man. It gets lumped in a lot with fast food, but it ain't. Five Guys is like a bistro, like a burger bistro. It is, yeah, you can. It's like you can get food fast there, but that doesn't make it fast food. Fast food has these like, I don't know. It has attributes that Five Guys doesn't display. It's just outside the fast food genre. It's Chipotle. See, Chipotle is the same thing to me. Chipotle exists in the same gray area. That place, so it's more of like a bistro type thing. It's meant to be quick food, but higher quality than your average fast food. And that's true. Like, there's no fast food place that's making its own salsa every day. That's making its, like, grilling its own meat, like, every day. It's just not happening. These fast food places all have pre-made burgers and pre-formed this and, jugs of salsa mailed to them. So, how do you call Chipotle fast food? It's a bistro style restaurant. It's a quick restaurant. Are food trucks fast food? Same difference, right? You got the same problem. You got the same difference going on with food trucks. Food trucks are not gross, man. You'll get some of the best fucking food you'll ever have off of food trucks. I mean, I guess some food trucks can be gross. Some roach coaches are gross, but I'm telling you, man. If you're passing by food trucks, you're passing by some great eating experiences because a lot of those food trucks are fucking delicious. Yeah. LA food trucks for sure. So, yeah, I think of fast food places as places that are designed with nothing but efficiency in mind, nothing but, right? So Chipotle's got like this whole freshness underpinning. McDonald's doesn't have that. Now, they might advertise something with like, oh, it's got fresh lettuce on it or it's a fresh thing, but really it's frozen. It comes to them frozen and they reheat it on the grill and cook it there. But, Chipotle and shit, they're cooking all their food right there. They get their shit fresh. They make their salsa every day. They make their guacamole every day. Like, you can't call that fast food. Sorry. It just ain't. Yeah, like, fast food is what it is. Taco Bell is fast food because nobody there is actually cooking any of the ingredients in Taco Bell. Maybe that's a way to put it. There's no actual cooking going on at Taco Bell. There's reheating. So that's a fast food place. Same thing at McDonald's. There's no real cooking other than, putting the patties on the grill, which, whatever. Other than that, everything's pre-made, preheated. There's no actual cooking going on there. There's none of the ingredients are being prepared there. They're just being heated there. So think of it that way. Maybe that's a good way to put it. A fast food joint is a place where shit gets heated up. And a non-fast food joint is a place where shit gets cooked. Yeah? The Burgatory? Get out of here. Is that some fucking British bullshit? That sounds like some British bullshit. I'm going to go grab something to drink. I want all of you to stay tuned. I don't want a single one of you to go anywhere because I'm not going to be gone long. I'm just going downstairs to fill my mason jar with deliciousness and then bring it back up here so that I don't have cotton mouth. Keep your fucking pants on. I'll be back in a second. Wow, that worked out perfectly too. What good timing. What good timing. Told you I'd be right back. I fucking told you I'd be right back. But some of you still left. Some of you did. Some of you didn't listen. Some of you just did not listen. Which, you know, I don't even really know how to feel about that. Can I put chat above this? Yeah, I can. Just that now you guys are over my face. Oh, that's right. This chat is separate, so I can move you. Yay! Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. 22 people left. What a bunch of fucking cucks. What a bunch of assholes. Bad hair day? I mean, it's just every day is going to be a bad hair day. Check this shit out. The hair's growing. What do you want me to do? And I don't want it to grow weird, so I'm trying not to wear hats, because usually what I do when I'm growing my hair out is I wear hats. But I think my hair grew out weird because I spent so much time with the hat on, so I'm trying to, I'll still wear hats here and there, but I'm trying to let the hair do a natural kind of thing this time. Damn, Honest Red. Damn. The fuck? You were better without those fucks anyway. If they abandoned you at a time like this, are they worth keeping? That's a great point. That's a great point, man. Who are they? If they're going to leave me in my hour of need, in my time of need, then, you know, were they ever members of Highdeology in the first place? Were they ever Highdeologites in the first place if they're going to leave me at a time like this? I'm always in need. Well, of course, we all are. All human beings are constantly, when they're conscious, addressing their hierarchy of need. So we are all slaves to our need. I used to be one of those people who always wears a flex fit cap. I mean, I was wearing my hat when I was lying on a hospital bed once. Yeah. Then one day you were just like, fuck hats. I like hats a lot. I've worn hats on and off for a long time, but I don't know. They fuck up your hair. And if you're a balding dude, they fuck up your hair even worse, man. Your scalp needs to breathe and shit. What is my hierarchy of needs? Well, let's see what everybody's hierarchy of needs is. Let me find Maslow's. Maslow's hierarchy of need. Now, this isn't always the case. Let me save this. Save image as. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You dope smoking hippie get. So here's Maslow's hierarchy of need. What everybody needs. I'm going to cover myself with it. So at the bottom of the pyramid, and most important, is the physiological need, right? So these are like eating, sleeping, shelter, the temperature, right? The temperature that, you got to have a temperature that you can live in, water. So these are the base needs. These are the needs that are the most important and that are addressed first in human beings that are looking to have their needs met, right? So your physiological needs are the most important. They form the base of Maslow's hierarchy, right? The next level up is safety. Safety means is almost a physiological need. So safety is shelter, the ability to go about your day without being in constant danger, the ability to stockpile food so that you are safe for the winter. So these are your two most important, these bottom two. Physiological needs, the need for safety. Then you start getting into psychological needs. So after these two bottom parts of the pyramid are satisfied, if you're a person who has their physiological needs for food and water and sleep met, and your needs for safety, meaning that you have a roof over your head, you're reasonably safe from harm, you can go about your day, you're prepared for the winter, those sort of things, then love and belonging comes in. This is the third step on the level, and their love and belonging are put together here because love is kind of an esoteric concept, and it means different things to different people. But this is the need for human connection. So this is the need to be a part of the group, to be considered amongst the group, and to belong to the group. Above that is esteem. So this is how you see yourself, right? Esteem, like this is a need. So above belonging, so even like less important than belonging to the group is how you see yourself in that group, right? So farther up the pyramid, how you see yourself within that group, what esteem do you hold yourself in? And then at the top of the pyramid is self-actualization, which is all of the things below wrapped into one, and you feel like you are pursuing, the best of what you can pursue, given what you have. So that would be your hierarchy of needs. Success, right, exactly. Whatever you personally think that is. Have some shekels, Paul. The need for Highdeology is the most basic need. Well, there you go. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with helping to address that need. Stream is like 140p for you. I don't know, man. Your network is probably fucky, because I'm looking at the bit rate on the stream here and it's way above 144p. So, yeah, I'd check that out. Restart your router or some shit, nigga. It's grainy, huh? I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm looking, like I can say, I'm seeing the bit rate go into the encoder here, and it's, yep. Yeah, check your quality settings or whatever. It's 1:45 p.m. Oh, okay. Yeah, my webcam's not the greatest, so it might be a little grainy because of that. Also, lighting is pretty bad in here. I've got the overhead lights on instead of my studio lights, so. Yeah, bad lighting equals bad camera. Yeah, that's just a backdrop. Like, you can buy these. It's just a cloth backdrop that you can hang up. But this is one that I got for the early days of Cinema for Cynics. I got two. The other one, I think, is downstairs. I think TJ uses the other one behind him. If I'm not... No, maybe he doesn't. I'm trying to remember where that one is. I think... Oh, it's over there, in fact. Yep, it's on the floor over there. So I've got two of these. I might hang another one up eventually, but I really like this one because it's I like the color, and with the lights and stuff, it really looks nice. It looks cool. Oh, it's fixed. Yeah, you just had like a little lag spike or some shit. Who the fuck knows? Everything looks crisp. Crisp. Is Cinema for Cynics dead? No. Well, I guess the channel is ostensibly dead in the water because the content for that channel is going to be moved over to the Deep Fat Fried channel. But the idea of Cinema for Cynics and the content that was made there will still be made. It just doesn't make sense at this point for me to be pouring my energy into 3 different channels. Highdeology being its own thing, that makes sense. But Cinema for Cynics, we're looking to build something that reaches outside of just the show. People that like just the show will continue to get that as they like it. But the other days on the channel, there will be other things, movie reviews, Cinema for Cynics content, other things that we have planned for farther down the road. So, yep, under the Pessimist Productions brand, sure. Please teach these plebs about trauma films entertainment. No, not my job. They need to go out and watch some trauma. I watched something the other day that really was inspiring to me, and it's kind of informing what I want to do in the future when it comes to Cinema for Cynics. I watched the interview that whatever his name is, the angry video game nerd. What's his real name? James Rolfe. He did on Cinemassacre with Joe Bob Briggs, who was a horror host when I was a kid on TNT. He did this show called Monster Vision. And basically, it was what I do now with TJ, a little different. He would play a really shitty movie and play about 10 or 15 minutes of it. And then when it was time for a commercial break, Joe Bob Briggs would come on and make a bunch of jokes about what we just watched. So it wasn't Mystery Science Theater 3000 like. It was more movie review like. And this was a show that was on really late at night, and sometimes he would watch 2 or 3 movies in a go. And he was talking about how, there's nobody doing that anymore. There's all these crappy movies being made, but nobody's really championing them anymore. Like, there's people review them, but nobody steps in and actually treats them seriously anymore. All these shitty movies of the past and all the shitty movies that are being made now just kind of get buried under better stuff. But he, Joe Bob Briggs, and I think to the same extent James Rolfe, are like me, like fans of shit film, fans of schlock movies and B film, and I have an appreciation for it. I have an appreciation for movies that tried something but didn't quite get it. And so it was really it's about a 36-minute interview that he did with the guy, and it was really spoke to something that I've been thinking for a long time. When I first started thinking of Cinema for Cynics, I wanted it to be kind of like Tales from the Crypt, in that I had a persona. You know what I mean? Like I came to you as a horror host, right? Horror hosts of the past. Joe Bob Briggs was one of them. Fucking Elvira, Mistress of the Night, was one of them. You see horror hosts portrayed in movies like Fright Night. In Fright Night, Roddy McDowall played whatever his name was in that movie. TV vampire guy that hosted other movies. I want to build a set like that. Like a spooky set with smoke effects, and I don't necessarily want to be dressed spooky, but I want the set to be spooky. I want to light it with purples and have some spooky music going on behind it. And I want to really take a look at all the shitty horror films of the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, when movies really started to take off as an independent thing. And the current ones that just kind of fly under the radar because there's total shit. And treat them seriously, review them like people review other movies, and highlight them. So I really want to do that. It's something that's down the road a piece for Cinema for Cynics, obviously, but I really want to have that kind of distinctive set for it. And when we get an office space for Deep Fat Fried and have its own, our own studio space, a corner of that studio space is going to be dedicated to a set for Cinema for Cynics. That's what I want. I want something that has that kind of distinctive look to it. Spooky. Yeah, have Chauncey sitting there with me, Use the theater chairs, because we've still got those. But find some better use for them. Trying to make it look like a haunted theater or some shit, Just an over-the-top kind of schlocky spook. You definitely already gave off that kind of vibe, in my opinion, a kind of serial style, old school thing. Yeah. Well, that's definitely what I want to shoot for in the future. I want to start walking towards that with Cinema for Cynics. Spooky. But yeah, it was just kind of inspiring to hear Joe Bob Briggs say, like, we need more people out there reviewing these shitty movies. We need people out there that are willing to treat them, seriously, not necessarily like like review them seriously, but to give them a serious treatment and to give them a serious review. And he said something that I've always like it was nice to see that I have similar proclivities, I guess, to Joe Bob Briggs, because he said that the greatest sin a movie can commit is to be boring during that interview. And I've said that a million times. Like, for me, the worst thing a movie could ever be is boring. If a movie's not boring, I'm willing to forgive a lot of shittiness. I might have fun making fun of it, but I'm willing to forgive that movie. I'm willing to call that movie a decent flick if it kept me engaged, because that's really what a movie's about. It's escapism, right? So this idea that a 4 or 5 star movie has to be some fucking Oscar-worthy masterpiece. No. Did it keep me entertained? Did it, keep me interested? Usually the answer is yes. Whoa. Get out of here, you. Double chat. I think it's a big achievement just to make a movie at all, even an average one. Oh, yeah. Well, he talked about that, too. That was another thing that was inspiring to me because, TJ and I have designs on writing a movie script, and it's something that we're going to start working on as a side thing relatively quickly. And he was talking about how, like, we live in a time where the equipment needed to make a movie is cheaper than it's ever been. So you go back to, like, the 70s or the 60s or the 80s or 90s or whatever, you had to have, tens of thousands of dollars worth of camera equipment. You had to have access to an editing suite, like an actual editing studio with tens of thousands of dollars of analog video editing equipment. Now that's not true. It's way cheaper to make a film that looks good now than it ever was. And yet he was talking about how he hasn't seen this renaissance in people making movies. Like, instead of more movies happening, it's just become more and more locked down to Hollywood. And people are watching less and less independent film and less, you know what I mean? So, but he said the answer to that was for people to just get out and start making movies, which, is something I'd like to do as a long-term goal. Of course, it's a pain in the ass. Making anything decent, especially when it comes to entertainment, is a total pain in the ass. Have you guys already started writing the script? We started conceptualization on a few different scripts, but we haven't decided on a project yet. When we do, we're probably not going to talk much about it until it's done. But it's just a matter of picking the right project. I'm not going to share premises right now. They're still in the larval stage. They're still conceptual, and I don't want to have other people's input influence what they are. Silly little Paul, it's too easy to give you cash, you despiser of cash. Oh, Liam, you piece of fucking Canadian shit. Constantly showering me with cash. Yeah, the premise can change during development, and typically, like, you don't, when people are writing a script, you don't see them talking much about what's in it, because once again, influence is a big thing. I want the script to be from me and from TJ. That's how the ideas have been born, and that's the voice I want it told in. If we tell everybody that we interact with online about what the movie is, we're going to constantly be getting questions, which is going to cause us to answer those questions, and those, you can be influenced outside of you. And I don't want that for this. This script needs to be TJ and I, and that's it. And in order to do that, we got to be kind of tight-lipped about the concepts we're thinking about. We share some concepts with you guys, via Pitch Wars. I mean, all of those things are, yeah, you know, those are things that we're considering using. You know what I mean? Made some movies in elementary school, and I had a classmate dress up as a ninja on the street. Problem was, I was just uh-oh, dude. Your friend was a Muslim terrorist. Swamp Ape takes Manhattan. It's not takes, dude. It's rapes. Swamp Ape rapes Manhattan. Da 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 da. Have you ever read The Road? No, I haven't. Well, I don't think there's much of a chance of getting you to write The Alien versus Predator, but Please Clap would win an Oscar, or at least it should. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Jason Takes Manhattan is an entertaining film for what it is. I mean, all of the Friday the 13th films are entertaining. Doesn't mean that they're good. It just means that they're entertaining. Which, you know, that's something. At least they're not boring. I don't get bored ever watching a Friday the 13th film. Kane Hodder, yeah. The dude that plays... He's played other things, too. It's a big old dude. I'd bankrupt myself to see Please Clap become an actual thing. Dude, Please Clap would be pretty awesome. Cool Kills and Jason Takes Manhattan. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Who should play TJ in a biopic? I don't know, man. I don't know. The Mountain That Rides. I haven't seen the Hatchet movies. I've always avoided seeing them because, I don't know, I just really love the book and I don't want it to be ruined. I have this, one of the reasons that I read Hatchet is because over the years I've developed like this really great mental picture of what's going on, what Brian looks like, what the surrounding, what the lake and the surrounding environment that makes up, you know, most of the book looks like, what the plane looks like underneath the water. I have this really nice picture of it in my head that I've developed, you know, just as an imaginary place since I was a kid reading the book, and I don't want to fuck that up with the movie, so I don't want to let the movie fuck that up. But I have a great reverence for that book. It has to be, like, the Mother Saga has to be in the public domain, so let me check it out. Like, it has to be on the public domain. It's already... Oh, okay. So, yeah, it's like one of these homemade type of films, it looks like.
What? Did that garbage can just talk? It's moving! Huh? What are you doing in the garbage can?
Oh my god, a bully!
I'm not a bully, I'm a nice guy.
Going on here? I don't know what's going on here, dude. I mean, it looks kind of evil cat-ish, but is it just like a live action version of Earthbound or some shit? Is that what I'm looking at here? Yeah, it's using it's called the Mother Saga, so I'm assuming it's about Earthbound in some way. Yeah, I don't know, man. I am looking for a royalty-free film, but I don't know if this is gonna be it. I don't know, man. I don't know if this has got evil cat level goodness, because the music, it's just mixed horribly. You can barely hear what the people are saying. It's an hour and 51 minutes of this. I don't know. The evil cat was mixed well. Oh my god, this is a cringe fest, though. Holy shit. What is this dance that's going on? This is terrible. Yeah, so it's just going to be filled with, copyrighted video game music and shit. Yep, just not going to happen. Can't use it. Unfortunate, but true. It's like a homemade film. It's like a really shitty quality film with a bunch of Nintendo music behind it, which is never going to work. Never going to work. Can't work. But yeah, I've got to flip through and find something. That's one of the things I've got to do today. So, speaking of which, it's probably about time for me to get started on that. Yeah. I've got shit to do. So I appreciate everybody chilling. As always, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.